Bruce Williams channel. On the desk in front of the camera is a brand new German Microbrand. They've created a couple different models previously, but this is their upcoming GMT. This is called the Heinrich Taucher 2 GMT. This is designed in Stuttgart. It is made in Pforzheim. So this is a made in Germany Microbrand, and you will see that proudly displayed down there on the dial on either side of your applied 6 o'clock marker. Within this original design is a Sellita movement. It is the 330-2 Elabor grade caliber that is technically a true dual time. It is not a true GMT. This will have 56 hours of power reserve and will be regulated in 4 different positions for an acceptable daily deviation window of -5 to +5 seconds per day, which essentially is right around chronometer levels of accuracy. Now let's go in on the dial on a macro level and take a look at the detail work. Take a look at the tidiness and the cleanliness and see how this made in Germany Microbrand stacks up to other watches in its price segment. I like the sunburst fume blue color here and how that contrasts with your yellow GMT ring and the yellow GMT hand, both of which carry a little bit of a reflective finish. So I like that contrast. I do enjoy the applied markers and how those are entirely brushed and how those match the Dauphine style hands that are also entirely brushed. There will be Lume here that is BGW9 grade Super Luminova, and there will be Lume on the seconds hand that completely matches the circular frame date window below at the 6 o'clock position. So once every 60 seconds, as that seconds hand crosses that threshold, it completely covers the date aperture. And I like those small little alignment things that you discover with time with any particular watch. It's a little detail that really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things, but it's something that I enjoy as a watch collector, as silly as that may sound. Now, the Lume is pretty decent. It's nothing really exciting, but it's not disappointing. I would say it's average. We also have nice dial distortion here with this proud and tall box-shaped sapphire crystal that carries inter-applied anti-reflective treatment. Now, let's zoom out and take a look at some of the other elements of this watch. The bracelet has full articulation when it comes to the pivoting links. All of the links are short and brushed, and they are connected with screw pins, which is really nice to see. It makes the bracelet hefty and solid feeling, which I really enjoy. There will be a milled clasp with the Heinrich signature and a quick extension system that is very similar, I'm sure, to what you've seen on other Microbrand watches. Now, a couple other items of note. We have a steel bezel with a brushed, it's actually steel and brushed ceramic when it comes to the bezel inlay, and there is satisfyingly loud action when it comes to the tactile feel. I also enjoy the texture here for the bezel. It has some pleasant, what do you call these, waves? A wave pattern going around the outside edge of the bezel. And I did look on Heinrich's website. There will be an option to lume this wave area on all 3 of the different color iterations of this specific model. Now, there will also be a knurled thread down crown with 200 meters of water resistance. It's nice and large, it's signed, it's easy to grip and to operate. And overall, the dimensions are not overbearing, even though this has a fairly long effective lug-to-lug dimension and a fairly substantive overall height. But that plays in the watch's favor because it is so toolish. It's very, very hefty, very solid. I would say very satisfying. So I like the toolish feel, but it doesn't feel overly austere like some Zin or Damasco models can sometimes feel like. I really enjoy that solid regulated Elabor grade Sellita movement. I really like the hefty bracelet. I like the milled clasp. I like the tactile feel of the bezel. And I like the fact that this is an original design. It's not trying to pay homage to a more famous Swiss brand or anything like that. So I think there are some definite strengths in the favor of this Taucher 2 GMT. Now let's talk about negative elements here. I think the biggest one is just having to wait 3 months for the production in Pforzheim in Germany. So you order this in March of this year. Pre-order is all of March, and then you wait 3 months, and then delivery will be at the end of June or early July of 2023. So just not having that instant gratification is a little bit disappointing, but it is understandable for a young brand to create a watch in a fiscally, responsible manner. Now, the next thing is this is not a true GMT. This is a classic dual time complication. And I'll give it a pass here because there is no true GMT on the market that is readily available and respectable. So right now, this Sellita, this Elabor grade 330-2 is appropriate for the price. When a true GMT is available on the market, then I'll start dinging these brands that do the Sellita version of a dual time. But right now, that's just not a possibility in today's market. I think on the whole, this is very solid, very sharp, very enjoyable. And the negatives are mostly subjective and come down to not having instant gratification of putting money down and then within a couple days having the watch on wrist. But that being said, let me know if you have any specific questions. I'll do my best to answer those questions in the comment section. I'll place all relevant links in the description of the video. Thank you for watching today. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.